what's going on? So let's take a second and talk about selling some projects in the house, because that's what we really want, right? A lot of companies out there sell leads, they're giving them to everybody, whatever the case may be, but not a lot of people will actually go over how to sell projects, probably because they haven't done it. But here we are in front of a window, and this really goes for all projects when it comes down to it, right? The biggest thing when you need to sell a project like this is you have to build need. If the person you're in front of doesn't believe they need to do it, they don't feel like they're in any rush, that they're going to take their time, they're going to collect multiple estimates, they're going to say they need to think about it, whatever the case may be. And so, for instance, if we're going into a house that has, say, 20 windows, we go around and inspect each one. We don't want to just come in hot and say, damn, all your windows suck, right? That's not what we want to do. What we want to do is come in first with a compliment sandwich, right? And we want to come off as consultative too. We don't want to come off as salesy, right? And so how I would do it is I would go around and inspect each window. Once I find a window like this, I'd make sure I get their attention, so that I can show it to them. And the things I'll go into when I'm building need will be what's happening, why it's happening, and what'll happen if you do nothing about it. So what's happening here is seal failure. And seal failure is when condensation gets in between the two panes here, right? The reason this is happening is because the window's been here for, a long time. And, over the years here with the metal spacer, this spacer basically has expanded, contracted when it's gotten cold and hot so many times that the seal in between that holds, that's in between the two panes has actually failed, like the glue has failed. And now what's happening, all that moisture is trapped in between here, really not something you can fix at all. It's just one of those things that needs to be replaced. What'll happen if we do nothing about it is this moisture is really just going to get down into the actual window cavity further and further. Obviously dark spaces and moisture really don't mix well. Obviously, there's an outlet here underneath the window. So, my recommendation would be, I'm not saying it has to be us, find somebody you trust, the window you like, get this knocked out as soon as possible, because this is only going to get worse and more expensive. Right? So, that goes for windows and really anything, whether you're selling roofing, whether you're talking about siding, it's a really important process to follow. So, thanks.